guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Dem, and today we are going to spend some FaceTime, and I'm going to walk you through a beginner's guide to everything you need to start your makeup collection and how to use all of it. This was something I really looked for when I was starting my makeup collection, so I used a lot of one brand tutorials. This isn't a one brand tutorial, but these are all drugstore products, so after watching this video you could go to Walmart and buy everything that I used in this look today. These are all products that I owned already. I didn't have to go out and buy them, so they're products I really like, and some of them I even use still every day. These are some products I started out when I was learning, and this is just a really helpful tutorial for starting your collection and how to use everything. So let's get started. Alright, so the first thing your makeup collection needs, and really any look needs, is a primer. Today I'm using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Primer, but I also really love the primers by e.l.f. Next up, you are going to need a foundation. I myself love liquid foundations, and my love right now is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I love this foundation, and it's $6. I think I talk about this in like all of the videos I've posted so far, but this foundation is really great, and if you're starting out, it's medium to full coverage, so you're not going to have way full coverage right away if you don't want it, but it's definitely buildable and it will hide everything. I'm blending this in with a wet beauty blender. If you have read my blog post, I recommend the Real Techniques beauty blenders. I don't think this is a Real Techniques, but it is a drugstore brand, and it came in a pack of 3. Moving on, you're gonna want to get a concealer. This is a Wet n Wild concealer, and you are gonna just want to apply this under your under eyes and then to the forehead, the bridge of your nose, and your chin, anywhere that light would hit. And today we're gonna go in with the first brush of this look. This is an e.l.f. brush. I'm using all brushes from the Luxe brush set by e.l.f. and this is actually a really nice brush collection, and it's on sale right now for $10. It's really great for a beginner, and all the brushes are labeled so you know what you're doing with them. And I'm just going to go in and blend that concealer out. When picking a concealer, you want a concealer that's about 2 shades lighter than your foundation color, and I usually blend this out with a damp beauty blender, but for the sake of the video today, I wanted to use that concealer brush to show you how to use it. It is really nice to get really precise in that under eye area. So now I'm going in with a damp beauty sponge and just really blending that out again. Alright, now we are going to contour. I love this contour palette. It is a Kokie contour palette, and it's $15. So I'm going to go in with another brush from the Luxe collection. This is actually a blush brush, but when I use it, I like to use it to set under my under eyes, and I'm just using the banana powder from that contour kit and going in everywhere that I just applied concealer and highlight. I'm sitting by a fan, so the fallout is like blowing everywhere through this whole video. I apologize. Alright, now to carve out the cheekbones, I am going to go in with the Ultimate Blending Brush, again from the Luxe collection, and I am just going to dip into that middle shade and run that along my cheekbones, about to the middle of my face. You don't want to go all the way down to the lips, and then I'm going to repeat that on the other side, really blending that in. I really like this brush for contouring. I know it's a blending brush, but I always use it for contouring, and I think it's great for beginners. And then I'm going to go ahead and also carve out my jawline and take that all the way down the middle of my neck. And then I'm going to go ahead and start contouring my forehead, just taking that along the tops from my temple to about the middle of my forehead. Next, I'm going to start contouring my nose. I am using the contour brush from the Luxe collection, and I'm just going to dip into that middle color and run that along the sides of my nose to make it appear more slender. And then I'm just going to make sure I really blend that in. For blush today, I'm using one of my favorites, the e.l.f. blush palette and the stipple brush from the Luxe collection. I recommend a blush palette for anyone who's starting out. That way you have a few colors to try and see what you like. And I also just love a stipple brush for applying blush. I think it just applies so naturally. Next, I'm gonna go back in with the same brush I used to apply the under eye concealer, and I'm just gonna use the very tip of that to apply my highlight. And I am using the Milani highlighter, another drugstore fave of mine. I just love these highlighters. Look how pretty. Love it. I'm gonna apply that to the bridge of my nose and then also my Cupid's bow. Next are eyebrows. I am using the e.l.f. Eyebrow Duo Kit and pencil, and first I'm going to brush all those eyebrow hairs up so that I can see the natural line of my brow. And then I'm going to dip this end of the brush into the wax, and I am going to just go along the natural line of my brow, and I'm not starting at the very beginning of my brow because that's how your brows are going to get square. So you want to start back a little bit, and then you'll kind of have that ombre moment at the end and avoid rectangular looking eyebrows. Then go ahead and brush those back into place and do the same thing to the top. Okay, to fill in my brows, this color is a little light for me, but that's okay. I'm just going to use the darker shade in my contour palette to fill in anywhere I have holes and just make those brows look fuller. Filling in your brows makes all the difference. As you can see, this looks so much better already. So now we're going to start on the eyeshadow, and first we are going to apply eyeshadow primer. And just blend that in with your finger all the way up to your lid. And then I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. matte palette. I really love this palette. And the eyeshadow brush that comes in the Luxe collection is the eyeshadow C brush. And I'm just gonna drag a transition shade all over my lid. So I'm just using one of the lighter brown shades in this that's close to my eyelid color. And then I'm gonna start building that. So I'm gonna pick the next color, the next deeper shade of brown, and I'm just gonna start building that on my lid. And I'm gonna be a little bit sloppy here because if you're just starting out, chances are you're not gonna get perfect eyeshadow lines, but that's okay because I'm gonna show you how to go in and clean that up. So all we're doing here, we're not really doing a cut crease or anything, we're just building that shade, working from the outside to our inner corner on the eye, and then also taking it to the lash line. And don't worry about trying to fix it. We're gonna go in later. As you can see, it doesn't really work. Don't try to smudge it. I'll show you how to fix it later. Okay, for those of you who are tragic at liner, this hack is going to be great for you. We're taking the same brush that we contoured our nose with and dipping it into the darkest shade at the end. It's a black, and we are just gonna go all along the lash line. This is gonna be so much easier than trying to get precise with a liquid liner or something, and you're still gonna get that darkness on your lash line. It's gonna make your lashes look bigger and have the same effect as an eyeliner, but it's just gonna be so much easier. And go ahead and blend that in and smoke it out. Like I said, we're gonna go back and fix that. So to fix that, all you're gonna do is take your damp beauty blender and your concealer, and I just rub it right on there. And then stamp away any excess that you don't want right into the shape of the eyeliner or eyeshadow that you want. And then go ahead and reset that with the banana powder. Okay, and then we are gonna go ahead and do the lashes. Having a lash curler is essential. It does so much for your lashes. And today I am using the CoverGirl Super Size Me mascara. And to save time, I'm gonna do my other eye off camera. Next for our lips, I was trying to think what my favorite drugstore lip product was, and honestly, even though this might not be that fun, I am obsessed with Vaseline Rosy Lips Therapy. Obsessed. I wear it every day. I always put it on before bed, but it's $2, and I thought, what a perfect look to add to our simple drugstore tutorial. All right, and here we have the finished look. If you like this and if you're interested in getting any of the products I used in this, please check out my blog FaceTime. I have them all listed and I will link that below. Thanks for watching, guys.